Oh no, yeah, no.
Did I break it there and then pop out? Table.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is weird.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Okay, I thought you said that thing.
Yeah, Sal, he won't be here, but we'll still do it.
Okay. No, I didn't.
Yeah, he's got COVID, so he's not
Leave a copy of it.
yeah, yeah. Show it.
There's back there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows, but yeah, maybe mention.
Here are your
My oath
oath
and my officers. All right. When does that happen?
Okay, so this will happen in order. So you'll give your welcome.
Yes.
Then you'll do your, well, all part of it, I'm assuming.
Okay.
You'll hand it back to me.
And then I'll come
do
back
this,
up.
And then I'll call you back up. If you want to, if you want to either stay up or you can go sit down.
I'll stay next to you.
And then
I don't really have a report on the election.
No, I know.
Okay.
it is the election.
Okay. Okay. All right. Can you hear me? Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Danielle Shainbrown, and I am proud to serve as the chairperson of the board of the Arc Erie County, New York. It's my honor to formally welcome everyone here this evening. Thank you to all of you who came tonight to attend in person, and thank you to all of those who are joining us virtually. Although we've had to reduce the size of our in-person attendance this evening, we do have a very enjoyable evening planned. We come together for a few different reasons tonight. First is to recognize the members of our board. We thank those who are completing their terms, those members taking on new roles, and those renewing their terms. Although he can't be here with us tonight, I want to thank Peter Martin for all of his work on our executive committee, most recently as the board secretary. Peter's term as an officer has come to an end, but his role on the board will remain, and we thank him for his continued support of the agency. I'd like to welcome Kyle Cavalieri, president of Avalon Cyber, to our board. Kyle brings with him 15 years of experience in the IT and cybersecurity space, and we look forward to his insight and assistance with the Arc Erie County. I'd also like to welcome Molly Daich-Hugar, Senior Vice President at KeyBank, to our board. Molly recently welcomed a baby, but we are fortunate to be able to welcome her in person, and we are thrilled to have a continued strong relationship with KeyBank on our board. It is truly an honor, I've been on this board longer than I'd like to admit, to serve this agency with such an amazing group of dedicated individuals. The second reason we're here tonight is to celebrate the agency's accomplishments over the past year, way more important. While you will hear stories about how COVID-19 impacted our programs, you're also going to hear about how our staff and the people that we support overcame these challenges to accomplish some really great things. The entire ARC team should be commended for not only keeping the individuals we support safe and well cared for, but also for keeping them engaged both socially and emotionally. Even more remarkable is that all of this was done while keeping a strong hold on the organization's finances, so we are in a position to not only fully reopen, but to grow to meet the needs of the people we support. And finally, we're here to honor some amazing people tonight. We honor one person from each of our program areas that exemplifies the values of the organization and their individual accomplishments in 2021. Their stories reflect just a few of the amazing things that happen at the Arc Erie County each and every day. To get our program started, I'd like to bring to the microphone Doug DeJezery, our Chief Executive Officer, to go into a little more detail about the previous year and where the agency is headed.
Thank you, Danielle. Good evening and welcome everyone to our 2022 annual meeting. It's great to see everyone tonight, and I'm excited you're joining us in this great program we have. Welcome to Molly and Kyle to our board of directors. I know you will make fine addition and bring great energy to our board and your knowledge and passion to our organization, so thank you. I also do want to thank Peter again for being our board secretary. Peter's been with the organization for I don't know how long, maybe 20 some years maybe now in various capacities. Danielle told a funny story though, Peter stepping down as the secretary, and when he was informed that he was no longer going to be the secretary at the end of his term, he said he knew something was up because he didn't get flowers for Secretary's Day. So you got to know Peter to appreciate his humor. Before we get underway tonight, I just want to make a couple remarks regarding the event of May 14, because it's significant to our organization. When something of this magnitude impacts our community, there is no doubt there will be a connection to yourself, your friends, your family, or your place of employment. In our case, a longtime employee of the Arc Erie lost her mom that day at the Tops Market. It was senseless, and we still can't figure out and understand this. In addition, I'd like to add, however, that we have 26 other employees that live in the 14208 zip code near the Tops Market. And these folks also were heavily impacted by this. So the ARC family, even though some of us in this room might not have been involved in this directly, the ARC family was involved. My point in this is that with Buffalo is that we are in a world where we are in 6 degrees of separation. What we have witnessed is that there are heroes among us who ran towards the fire to save lives, a remarkable outpouring of community support during this difficult time, and we're involved in some efforts, demonstrating compassion and empathy for others, especially those directly impacted. We should not forget this as we move along from this event. Rather, we should remind ourselves every day how important our connections in this community are and how we can always strengthen and improve upon them. This has been an interesting year for us at the Arc Erie County as we celebrate our 71st year of existence. Like everyone, we've had ups and downs, we've had some successes, and we've had some setbacks. I had an interesting thought the other day as I was preparing these remarks, is I've been with the organization since 1987, 35 years. So that would mean I've witnessed at least half the existence of the Arc Erie County. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, really. But anyways, I'm very proud of the fact that I've witnessed a lot of things here over the years. 35 years in one place, you see a lot of things. But what I have learned most importantly about in my years here is the importance of advocacy for children and adults with intellectual and developmental differences. I've also learned that as we as an organization and as an employer Most must advocate for our direct support professionals, frontline supervisors, teachers, clinicians, administrators, support staff, and the like. We always need to be on the offensive to be included and relevant in the conversation with our elected officials and state government agencies. I've taken a quote from a letter I found in a box in our storage room from our board chair of the Erie Niagara chapter, as we were formerly known as, in 1952. And as you will hear then, as it is today, the important message, although I did take the liberty of changing some of the verbiage. Though the American people have been called the greatest philanthropists in the world and the best informed of all people, this generosity and understanding somehow has not extended to the intellectually and developmentally different children. Too often, there have been forgotten children. However, their greatest handicap is not disability, but the public's lack of sympathy and understanding and willingness to provide help which they are entitled to. Our organization is composed of parents and friends of disabled children in Erie and Niagara counties, united by a mutual desire to improve the conditions of all such children. Our purposes are to develop and establish planned programs for the help of disabled children in our community, to educate the public towards an awareness and understanding and acceptance of the issues of disabilities, and to serve as a clearinghouse for information about disabilities, and to assist parents and families of these children in meeting their needs. From the beginning in 1951 to today, our mission and objective is to advocate for those children and adults who participate in our programs, as well as being active members in our state organization and other provider networks for financial support, favorable legislation, regulatory relief when needed, and the opportunity for our individuals to participate in their community, to be included in the conversation at all times, and not to be forgotten like the children of yesteryear. That's a very significant thing, and that was stated over 50 some years ago. We have made many strides throughout the years and will continue to do so if we do not forget where we started. That is the perspective I speak of as someone who's been here as long as I have and understand the needs. So how did we shape up in 21-22? Beginning with advocacy, several statewide organizations, specifically the Arc New York, worked diligently with our state agencies to acquire federal dollars for bonus payments for our direct support professionals who worked in our programs throughout the pandemic, as well as providing retention bonuses throughout this tight labor market. Without the commitment and dedication and hard work of this particular group of people, it would have been next to impossible to keep our residential, employment, community support programs operational and open throughout this time period. Beginning in April this year through September, we will have distributed over $6 million in bonuses to these employees, and I would like to thank them for their service tonight. Again, without them, it would have been next to impossible to do what we do. In addition, through this advocacy, as I mentioned, our field will see for the first time since 2010, that's 12 years, a 5.4% COLA, or cost of living, to our program rates. Prior to 2010, our organization would typically see a 3% Medicaid adjustment on an annual basis. But at that time, the gentleman who was in the governor's office decided that we weren't going to get COLAs on an annual basis any longer. So we were then left with the unenviable situation of running programs without the increases. Even with the extensive advocacy, the state government didn't properly fund programs up until now, so these were challenging years for us. But 12 years with no investment is not a good thing, never is. But it does speak volume to the dedicated management and direct care and our other support staff to keep things moving forward. These funds will also allow us to provide year-over-year increases to the base wage, our employees, and provide livable wage and make our field more attractive to interested parties who want to work with us here. And these funding trends apply to our OPWDD programs as well as our state education programs. And I think this is remarkable considering our preschool program has always been a program that has struggled financially, but now at this day and age with some of the supports we're seeing financially, they are at least on the right track. And 3-, and 4-, and 5-year-old children need just as much money, and they're public school kids, and so we need to support them properly. So this is very significant to us. From the program and operation areas, we have seen a number of accomplishments worth noting. We are in the final stages of completing the second phase of our 2643 Main Street project, which will be our specialized workforce training center. I happen to be up there today looking it over. It's looking great. It's coming along very nicely. We hope to open by July. Within this 9,000 square foot space, we'll be offering employment training programs in the area of culinary, janitorial, and hospitality services to our existing program participants, as well as transitioning students and other interested individuals to expand their employment opportunities. We will also be a variety of programs offered there as well in computer training, cooking, art programs, wellness, to all our day programs, community programs, and the like, and as well. This will conclude a $2 million investment to our Buffalo hub when we started this back in 2018. We're very excited for the future in the new space. We have added 8 new NYSED preferred source contracts to our janitorial and landscaping portfolio. For those that aren't aware, NYSED is the New York State Industry for the Disabled. It offers municipal set-aside contracts for individuals in our programs. And the nice part about this is that these contracts typically pay prevailing wage to our individuals. These are not minimum wage jobs. These are jobs that even 3 years ago were paying $18, $19 an hour. So when you drive by the UB South campus and you see the lawnmowers out there, that's our guys cutting the grass. And they're there every week and they do a fabulous job. And that's just one of many projects they work on. We continue to transition from our 14C sub-minimum wage contracts to competitive wage employment. Have opened 2 new group placements at JR Products in Lockport and Partners Packaging in Buffalo, and continued new connections for our individuals in employment placement. New volunteer opportunities for community Prevoke, and also a collaboration is underway with the Williamsville School District to expand our after-school respite program at I believe we're doing this at Wilson Road. We also have been working with some outside folks on our human resources side to use a program called Talent Insights to screen employees and to slot these employees in the right positions and have the most success and satisfaction in the work they do, and as well as supporting them going forward with objectives. We also are involved right now in some Lean Six Sigma projects with our onboarding and other areas of the agency. And one that I'm really excited about is we are in a collaboration with Erie Community College and the New York State Department of Labor to create an apprenticeship program, which will provide the opportunity for our employees to return to school and to obtain up to 24 credits of college credits free of charge as part of the program. It's very exciting. And our partners at ECC have assured us if we have people that get that far along, they'll make them sure that they get the whole way through without having to pay for it. So we're really excited to have that partnership. There are many more examples I could provide because there's a lot going on here. But I think the whole idea is that we've been working as a team. We're working to get the best results possible, provide the best possible assistance to our valued employees, and again, do what always is needed and necessary to advocate for the people we support. This evening, as Danielle mentioned, we have the opportunity to recognize truly outstanding people from all our program areas, and of course, one outstanding community partner. These 8 men and women exemplify the courage, the perseverance, the humor, trust, and a willingness to take risks to improve and to learn. And we are very lucky to know such people, and what they share with us, it drives them to succeed. I think you'll find the videos tonight very inspirational. Finally, I would like to say a few words of thanks to a few people who have made this night possible. Gary Black right here, Jimmy Skamaka in the back, Jessica Chainer in the back, who have done all the video work tonight. Linda Malkowitz, our principal here at Maryvale, and her team for pulling all this together. And also, especially Sandy Glendenning, who actually who puts this together remarkably throughout months of preparation. And I want to give a round of applause to everyone here tonight for doing all this extra work. So I'll stop there. I'll turn it back to Danielle so she can do the work with the board, and thank you again.
So even though it says I'm supposed to give you a report on the election, I don't really have a report. So I'm just going to ask the following individuals to stand if you are here. Kyle Cavallari, Molly Day Chugar, and Dr. Shane Grant. And Brian Attia, please. Dr. Grant is being installed as the incoming secretary, and Mr. Cavallari, Mrs. Hugar, and Mr. Attia are returning as directors for the 2022-2024 term. So if you would please stand and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I'll do this better than Peter does because he usually reads the whole thing. I do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, the bylaws of the State Association, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which I have been elected, according to the best of my ability. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard and congratulations.
Okay, now the fun starts. So our first honoree tonight is our Community Partner of the Year, MOD-PAC Corporation. And I hope you enjoy the video, MOD-PAC. I think it's quite good.
MOD-PAC was chosen as Community Partner of the Year because they have been so flexible, working alongside us in all our challenges. They have been on the forefront of going on this journey with us, and every change we've made, they have been eager to make that change with us.
MOD-PAC is a packaging manufacturer. We make folding cartons. A lot of what we make ends up in supermarkets, grocery stores. Example I always love to use are things like cereal boxes. So we've done like the Josh's, Jacks, we've done Foodie Flakes, things like that. Things that people will recognize as they're walking through.
MOD-PAC was one of the first companies that signed up with us and followed us down this path of being truly community integrated.
The ARC team is in charge of our hand pack department. They pack out thousands and thousands of cases a day by hand. Their rate, their productivity is right up there with everyone else.
This year, MOD-PAC has decided to pay our employees minimum wage and truly make them a part of their community and equal to all their other employees.
A lot of us here have personal connections with the this disability community. So, for example, my brother has special needs, so it's extremely important to me. It's great to see the ARC team out there working, producing, having a great time, getting a lot of work done. So I think for everyone here, it's heartwarming, honestly. It's great to have them here.
Every day I'm there, their employees stop by, say hello to all of our guys there. They make them feel welcome. We truly have new members of their family there.
This is a true win-win. So not only do we get to have people from the community here, working here, we also get a lot of work out. So they do a phenomenal job. They're here every single day. I also, in part of my role, I see the customer complaints come through my desk, and they have almost none.
I love them. They're just such sincere, hardworking, happy people. It's just a pleasure to go up to them and talk to them every day, and they're a pleasure to be around.
It's great, and I come to work on time, and I don't call off from work or anything like that. They're very nice people. They're not mean people. You can talk to them, and I love it, and it's very nice. It's a nice company.
MOD-PAC is a great collaborator for us and for, I'm sure, all their employees, because they go out of their way to figure out ways to make things work for people. They have been at the forefront of everything we've tried to do with vocation and people with disabilities. I'd like to thank them so much for their continued collaboration with us, and I look forward to a future of growing alongside them.
that right? Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. Our next award is the Education Program Graduate of the Year, Christianna Bergeron. There it is.
I would probably describe her as passionate. You can see it in her face and what she talks about, how much she will enjoy something, whether it be activity, music, art, anything like that. And then when she doesn't like something, you can see in her face how much she does not like, and she will be quick to tell me that.
If she was a river, she would always try to cut that rock, not through power, but her determination and patience in trying to get through that rock each and every day.
Chris, it's 0 plus 10. 10. That's my girl. You're amazing.
The Dynabox has improved her educational experience by letting us know how she feels, what she wants, her making a lot of choices for herself, and having her voice be heard finally.
I like it. You like it? Keep going? Little. You like it a little? That's fair. The way her Dynabox works is it is essentially like a big iPad almost, and she can control messages via just by eye gaze. So she'll look to one part of the screen and it'll relay a message for her. The Dynabox opens up a whole world of possibilities for her. She can not only communicate, she, likes and dislikes, she can answer questions from teachers, from peers.
We have a person named Mariah, Carly, and Troy. And you eye gaze to Carly? Nice job.
She has a lot of heart and soul, and she gives out a lot of heart and soul, and really does shine. She makes everybody smile in the room and light up the room, and gives us all warm, fuzzy vibes and sunshine. John Quincy Adams once wrote that patience and perseverance had a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish. She's had a lot of obstacles in her life to get over, and her sure will, determination has set her on a course for success.
Just to let everybody know that, Chris, she's an awesome young lady, and she will be going places, I know it.
Chris is a blessing. She's a blessing. She's an angel. She's a guardian angel. She is. And I always call her that too. I was like, oh my God, I gotta go in there and see my angel, my guardian angel. And I believe she is, because I believe she saw a lot when she passed on and then came back to us. So yeah, she's special.
Chris, I'm very proud of you. You've done more than what we expected of you. And, it's amazing that, the girl that you are, achieve something like this, a great goal. And your future is going to be bright. I know it.
All right, thank you. Our next honoree is from the Employment Services area, Stephen Frears. Stephen, you're up. Here it comes.
Stephen is determined. He consistently has overcome obstacles that he had to make what he is today, to be working in the community, making minimum wage. If I think back to the first time I met Stephen, he has proved so many people wrong, and he has had great support, but he has been determined. Anybody that thought he was not going to do it, he did it.
Stephen started with me at Allentown Industries Heritage Centers. He was in another area, came to my area due to Stephen having some issues. I worked with him. He's come a long way.
Have you ever won an award like this before?
No.
No, your first time?
Mm-hmm.
Yay! How does being nominated make you feel?
First time.
How does being nominated make you feel, though?
Happy.
You happy? Yeah.
Just in the past 3-4 years, he's made such great achievements. He's went from having outbursts to having a support employment job and doing quite well at it. He's always said he wanted a job, and Fran has kept saying, you know, try and, you know, get your stuff into line and you'll eventually achieve it.
Well, first, he jumped from community service to supportive employment, which is a huge jump to begin with. And for him to fit in so well at Partners Packaging, and he just took on the role very fast. And now he's even helping the company. We work side by side. Other times he works on a different line. Starting to work with the other line is a big achievement. He's learning safety about saws. He's using the stapler. He bands all the pallets for us. He does a lot of work there, and he's getting praise all the time.
What do you hope to accomplish in this upcoming year? What do you want to do this year?
Stay with my job.
Stay with your job. Is there anyone else you'd like to thank?
My bosses. Stephen's special to me. I've worked with Stephen. I've worked very hard with Stephen. Stephen's worked very hard with me. And I hope he goes far.
Congratulations, Stephen. Congratulations, Stephen. Nice job. Okay. Our next honoree is in self-advocacy, Mr. Robert Pitts.
If I had to describe Robert, I would say tenacious. Robert is a self-advocate. He participates in our Wilson Road meetings, and he has been participating for a number of years. Robert is very forthcoming and kind of tells it like it is, and he isn't afraid to speak his mind and whatever's on it. Robert is honored with this award because he has shown tremendous growth as far as taking his advocacy from a personal perspective and moving it toward more global advocacy for his peers.
Have you ever won an award like that before?
No, I haven't.
And how does being nominated make you feel?
Makes me feel good. I feel great about it.
Robert recognized the issue with some of the transportation coming in and out of Dahab and how some of his friends had to stay late. And a lot of people were also concerned about this. Robert always came prepared with a list of issues facing himself and other people and the insistence upon doing something about it. He prompted the group to write a letter to the transportation company expressing their concerns and doubts and things like that. And he also shared a story for the Rise Up campaign through the Self-Advocacy Association, telling his story as to how services have been impacted by the staffing shortage. So he was very willing and ready to do that. What sort of things do you like to advocate for?
Oh, I like to advocate for stuff that I usually bring up. It helps me real good. I feel great about it when I speak up for myself and all other people.
I think Robert inspires others because he's confident and he feels that he's important enough to express what he wants and what he needs and isn't apologetic about it. Robert has a lot of heart and he is very passionate about the things that he thinks and stands for and believes in, and he's not afraid to express those things.
What is something you hope to accomplish this year?
To be a good person. I said I would just like to thank everybody for and fight me the whole advocacy organization.
All right, Robert, come on up. Congratulations, Robert. Okay, our next honoree is from our day services program, Nick Johnidas. Johnidas, sorry, got that.
I can't describe Nick in one word. He's multifaceted. I have a kind of a new connection with Nick. I started as the Dayhab program manager out here at Wilson just a couple years ago. Nick has really blossomed and come a very long way. At first, he didn't really like to participate. He would pace a lot in the hallways and not want to be in the group. But once you get to know him and sit and chat with him, he's a really funny guy. He's very sensitive. He really likes to help people.
Nick just to me is interesting. Nick is like, just seeing him blossom the way that he has over the last year. He was extremely closed off and shut down and didn't really want to participate, and now he's always willing to try something new. He's an extremely emotionally intelligent person. I think the art that he's been working on has really been able to identify his emotions, which I know he kind of struggled with a little bit in the past, and he is now able to like put them to color and imagery, and He uses a lot of the elements of art, I think, to do that, which has been pretty cool to watch. In the art room, I think one of the biggest achievements, I guess, is really opening up with himself, being able to speak confidently about the work that he's been doing, his eagerness to share it with the people around him. I think showing him that, like, you may not have like the words, but you can show people how it is you're feeling.
But as we've progressed with our relationship and the relationship with the DSPs, he's made small victories. And that's what he looks forward to, is making these small victories of going out in the community, having a good time, trying new things. And he's really come a long way, and that's why I nominated him for this.
Nick and the crowd that comes here every week, they're just so special to me because they're all so perfect. Each one has their own little individual selves, and we like to try to help the kids out by doing like cornhole and doing some crafts. They are just so special to me. And Nick is one of the ones, and Mike are two of the great guys that kind of have come out of their hole, coming out of their shadow, and have been very good. And I've enjoyed their company very, very much. So, thank you.
Congratulations, Nick. Come on up. Okay. All right. Congratulations, Nick. Our Residential Services Honoree of the Year is Matthew Hulme. Matthew? That's that? Oh, you got out of work? All right. Sorry, Matthew, you're going to have to wait a minute. I'm really sorry about that. He'll win twice, yes. All right, Colten Deuser. Where are you there, Colten? There you are. Okay, here we go.
I would describe Colten as ambitious, very ambitious, because he seems very determined to, if he has a goal, he's going to meet it, and he has the family support to meet his goals. One goal that Colten has achieved within the past year is purchasing a very luxurious RV.
My family here, they really, we go to like other campgrounds sometimes, depending on where we're at, you know. And we really try to get out as much as we can, but like I said, I just wanted to raise money for this thing, so it really just paid off for me. So I really just wanted something we could just get in and go.
He's a go-getter. Colten exemplifies success by meeting his goals. He's very determined, ambitious, you know, has a great support system within his family and his other providers. I know they like to go on trips. Colten doesn't drive it, but he's the captain. He steers and gives directions where to go.
Co-driver Colten Deuser in the front seat. Tell me which way to go.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's nice, though.
Turn up there, Colten?
Yeah, turn right on.
Yeah, Colten's like a human GPS.
I know which way to go.
Yeah, which way to go, and he's usually right. 90% of the time.
Well, the Arc, well, you guys are so helpful, you know, and I like working with you guys, you know, and it's really something that actually benefit for me, you know. I work at Green Acres School, and it's nice, calm environment. There's like, it's really the best thing I've done since I worked at 2 manufacturing companies, and then I went to get the job at the Arc, and they hired me. Well, the thing is, I really wanted to work for the Arc because I want to be part of a family. Because they treat me like family, which I'm saying, because it really just helped me build my career, as you would say, you know.
Yeah.
I want to thank my family for helping me, and you guys too, and I want to thank the Arc Erie County for doing this.
Congratulations. All right, Matthew, we found you. No worries, buddy. We got you. Okay.
Matt is capable because he's shown amazing growth from coming in as a young adult, finding a job in the community, moving from an IRA into the supportive apartments. He's just showing tremendous growth within the agency and, you know, hopefully achieving a goal of the greatest independence possible.
Have you ever won an award like this before?
No.
And how does being nominated make you feel?
Happy.
How do you like living on your own? Like in your residence?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah. I moved to a new house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And have you made a lot of friends?
Yeah.
Tell me about your friends.
Hazel, Crystal, Mary, Catherine, and me.
Well, I met Matt in July of 16 when I transferred into the Lancaster IRA. He was at that time still attending Damon is the Young for the Autism Service, and he was working on finding a job in the community. So we check in with him. We make sure that he has everything he needs. We ask him about how his day is going to help, you know, model like, you know, conversations and that kind of stuff. We keep in contact with his work to make sure that, you know, he doesn't need anything there, and they absolutely adore him.
What do you like most about working at Tim Hortons?
They're all, like all of them.
You like all your coworkers?
Yeah.
Before COVID, for his birthday, all of his coworkers got together and got him tickets to Tim McGraw the last time he came through at Darien Lake. So he's beloved there. So. Matt exemplifies success by, again, back to the growth that he's made within the agency. I mean, coming from living at home, learning to, you know, make meals, clean for himself. He's brilliant at maintaining his room.
And what activities do you like to do outside of work and the house?
I take walks.
You take walks. And what else do you do?
Do a treadmill.
And what do you work on in the house?
Yeah.
At home, what do you work on? What do you put together all the time?
Cleaning.
And cleaning, and then what do you do? We were talking about maybe passing some of them on to your puzzles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I am happy that I've been able to see him from living at the Lancaster IRA to moving into the supportive apartments, for him to continue and grow and, you know, achieve the goals that he's set for himself.
Is there anyone that you'd like to thank for this award?
Yeah.
Anyone that you want to thank?
Yeah.
Who?
Me.
Thank you, Sal.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Matt. Come on up. Congratulations, Matt. Our next honoree is the Clinical Services Sal Genco. Unfortunately, Sal can't be with us tonight, but we are still going to watch the video and honor him now. Thank you.
If I had to describe Sal in one word, I'd say he is determined. I've known Sal since I started working here at the Arc in Hamburg in 2019, but I didn't start working with him in PT until 2020.
Sal exemplifies success just in his work ethic. He's always giving his best effort in everything he does, whether it's physical therapy or his art class that he does at program, anything.
I think Sal gets nominated for this award because he has such a great attitude when it comes to PT. He is just always willing to work with us. He asks to do extra sessions. He just brings a smile to your face when you walk past him.
He is always trying to work hard. He always wants to come down to the clinic. He wants to try new things, even if it might not necessarily be the safest thing for him to try, but he wants to try them.
To be honest, I often feel like I don't really need to encourage him. He's the one leading me, saying like, let's take it to the next level. I want to try this next. He uses a rollator walker, and he's the one telling me I want to switch to a cane, which is more difficult. So we've been practicing standing with just the cane, and hopefully we'll get to walking with it eventually.
Not many people really love therapy the way Sal does, and anytime someone's willing to come down and work hard with us every session, every single time, makeup sessions, extra sessions, he's always willing to do it.
I think in the past, Sal has had people tell him that he won't be able to do certain things like walk by himself or be independent, and he wants that independence. So he doesn't like people telling him that he can't do something, which I think we can all relate to. The PT staff has helped him achieve his goals by taking them seriously. When he asked to do stairs, I had never seen him do them before, but he really wanted to do it, so we took the safety precautions and started out small and in a safe environment, and then when I could see what he was actually able to do, we bumped him up to more difficult stairs. I just want to say congrats to Sal. All his hard work has gotten him this far, and if he keeps that same positive attitude and work ethic, I think he'll go even farther.
I just want to say congratulations, and you've earned it.
Congratulations to Sal. Okay, our final award tonight, as we do every year, is we vote on a 2022 Courage Award, which is typically someone who has overcome some pretty insurmountable odds and has done very well with themselves. And this year, our recipient is Luciano-Sanchez.
Lewis is personable. So I am Lewis's job coach from the Arc Erie County. And I met Lewis at his job at Home Depot, where he's been working for about 5 years now. Lewis is a very polite, professional young man that's very well liked by his coworkers and his supervisors at Home Depot. How does being nominated for an award here with the ARC make you feel?
Excited. It's so many emotions happening.
Yeah.
But I be happy.
You're happy. That's great. Lewis is somebody in support of deployment that we strive to look for, somebody that has that kind of responsibility, respect, reliability. He truly values his job, and you can tell just the way he is when you go to see him at his job, and how his coworkers work with him. There's one supervisor, Scotty, who really thinks highly of him. He really appreciates Lewis's work ethic.
I've been almost 5 years. There's a lot of people I work for. I work with them.
Yeah.
I wish that some of them still be in the store. They work in different places, but I say figure everybody around over there, the Home Depot. And actually they take my little bit of nervous off.
Yeah.
But I started first time, I was scared. I didn't even know how to talk with the other customers. But then days by days, months by months, I feel much comfortable.
That's great. Great.
Oh, the coworkers, they understand. They say like we help each other like a team. We got one side, we got the other. No problem.
He values his job and really enjoys it. I mean, when you find someone that really enjoys their job the way he does, that's a great thing. Enjoy doing it?
Well, I'm making the paint, that's for sure.
Yeah.
There's like like almost 1,000 or 2,000 different colors around there.
Wow.
But at least I know which is which and what color they want.
Yeah. So the reason that I nominated Lewis is because Lewis went through some very difficult times at the end of last year. He experienced some significant loss in his life, and he remained very strong through it. And, you know, the one thing that Lewis told me while he was going through all this is, you know, going to work was something that he thought was really good for him because his coworkers supported him immensely during this difficult time.
Well, for me, not that much, but I want to continue to be more successful, more hardworking, make more help with more people around.
Is there anyone else that you'd like to thank for, you know, for where you're at today?
Actually, I wish they was here, my mom and my dad.
Yeah.
They did a lot of stuff. I was little till now. They was here. I'd say thank you so much. All the things that they did.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, come on up. Lewis, come on up. Thank you. That was inspirational. That concludes our program this evening. I'd like to, again, another round of applause for all of our winners tonight. Sensational. Thank you so much. Again, I'd like to thank our board members and our new board members for attending this evening, all of you. If you haven't eaten yet, there's plenty of food in the back. There are flowers on the table, the centerpieces. We ask that you take it with you when you go. And I think that's everything. Right? That's it. I think that's everything. But again, thank you so much for attending tonight's event. We really appreciate it. That's okay. All right. Okay.